evening and welcome to Senior Night for the Foxboro High School Varsity Soccer Program. Recognizing the seniors of the away team, Sharon, we give you Daniel Fishman, Kobe Jacobson, Samid Kandekar, Jack Landstein, Aaron Livshin, Captain Bryce Nathan, Elliot Potosky, Rohan Prakash, Aaron Tamkin, and Jeffrey Zhang. And for your Foxboro Warriors, number 4, Justin Neal. Number 5, Captain P.J. Frost. Number 6, Adam Conley. Number 7, Klaus Pompoulos. Number 8, Jeremy Neal. Number 11, Captain Max Beagle. Number 15, Ben Bass. Number 22, Ben Ferguson. And in goal, Nick Penders. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Foxborough High School Varsity Soccer. As we kick off tonight, it is October 5th. It is the opening night. My name is Kevin Penders. This should be an amusing evening. Joining me as my co-host is Netta Jury Penders. That will be an absolute delight, I have no doubt. Hi, Netta.
Good evening. Hello, Kevin.
Oh, good. Here we go. A minute and 30 to go on what is senior night here for Foxborough High. Foxborough taking on Sharon in our home opener. Unusual that we have senior night on our home opener, but we live in unusual times. So.
It's actually lovely to be back on the turf at the high school. Sun is setting. Field is ready. Beautiful new concession stand has been completed.
And is closed because of COVID.
That is true. Our fans are masked and socially distanced, sitting here awaiting this home opener game.
Oh, yeah.
That'll have a few changes, I think, Kevin, this year because of...
All the rules are different.
And including the time and the fact that it's now quarter play.
Correct. We have quarter play. We have no throw-ins. We have a whole bunch of stuff we'll be talking about over the course of the night as our friends and fans here get used to what will be a very different format. Pretty cool stuff here, though. Foxborough Cable Access carrying several games today, making a real effort to cover as many high school programs as possible.
And what was really amazing, actually, is that they've set up a temporary TV control room here in the press box and are able to be covering and doing a live feed for these games. They're also working with the Hockomock League Community Collaborative, where a number of the area towns are actually working together to make sure that their cable access teams are also trying to cover as many games and share the feeds, which is incredible. Actually, their logo is quite lovely. It has a HL for Hockomock League and a camera. And we should be very grateful for all these resources in these towns and that they're going to share them as much as possible.
And here come young men onto the field. We have Foxborough and Sharon taking the field now. What you see for the Foxborough side, and for those of you watching from home, Foxborough will be going from my left to my right. Sharon will be going, obviously, the other way, from my right to my left. On the field tonight, looking out over the lineup, we have, it is senior night. It does look like we are looking at a senior-heavy squad. I see up top Max Beagle, number 11. I see, let's see, we have
It's
Beagle.
Matt Angelini, I believe.
We have Max Beagle. We have Matt Angelini. I believe we have PJ. That's Adam Conley up top, number 6. PJ Frost in the middle with Jeremy Neal, number 8. Ben Ferguson behind them. And then starting on the back line, I have Ben Bass. I see Justin Neal. I see who is number 11. There we go. No, that's not 11. 17, excuse me. 17 is, I believe, Zach Raymond.
And I think that's your son, actually.
And Nick Penders is in net. And my son, yes, Alex Penders, is on the back line as well, number 24. And we are off. Oh, quick move through the middle. Going to get some live wire action here. Goal kick.
Wake
That's
up,
fine.
Gentlemen. They're
underway. Listen, they were so excited by senior night.
Well, they haven't played in a year, so it's great for them to actually have some competition.
Yeah, there's the ball out to Bass. Bass looks up the field. Centering to Ferguson. Deflected. Ball coming back in now. I do not have Sharon's numbers, so I cannot tell you who they are. They are a very senior-heavy team, though. Beagle on the fly, up to Angelini, gets behind him. Turning the corner. He has Adam Conley in the middle, but it's not there. Nope. And the ball deflected, and back comes Sharon. Sharon with a pass up the line, out of bounds. One of the new rules here, Netta, out-of-bounds play is no longer a throw-in for this season. A lot of concerns about the touching of the ball. The only players allowed to actually make hand contact on the ball are the keepers.
So the ref will actually just place it down, and then it's a kick?
I'm not even sure that the ref will touch it. They're just going to pass it back to
the line where it went out?
Fred or George Weasley. I can't tell which Neal that is, but it's one of them. That's Justin Neal, I believe.
So I think we'll put that on our fall to-do list. Get our eyes checked.
Figure out which one's which?
No, just get our eyes checked.
They're twins. I can't tell.
So that's Captain PJ Frost with the ball currently in the middle, number 5.
Exactly.
There's a call. They're moving up.
A lot of much stricter play and call on contact. That's the other thing to be watching here that really does change an element of the game. So if you are a physical team, nice up ball by Bass, but they mark it just out of bounds on the kick, and that's coming back for a throw-in.
Well, the one thing we actually haven't talked about, which is probably the starkest difference that you're seeing with this team this year, is that every player is masked, as well as every player on the bench is socially distanced and also masked. And the league itself has had to be really controlled with how many spectators they have, and we're grateful to Foxborough Cable Access and our community access teams to be able to put these on television for others to see.
In fact, Foxborough, the high school, issued all of these snazzy lanyards to parents, allowing two people to come and watch the games for each of these kids for home games only. And I think that's a really important thing to remind folks. Home games only. Good little piece of hardware here for folks to have and to be mindful. Keep in mind, don't show up without your landward. You had QR codes at the front door. A lot of real attention to contact tracing and minimizing exposure. Goal kick now. Penders.
To Penders.
To Penders. There's something we haven't been able to say in a very long time. Penders up to up. They got a pushing move there. Again, you see that contact brings the game to a pause.
That's right.
Allows them to move the ball up 10 yards. Penders with another.
If you're not part of the play, you need to be 6 feet away from the other player if possible.
Absolutely impossible to control in a game.
That's true.
Oh, what a
Beautiful
giant
job.
cut there. I didn't hear a whistle.
Play on.
That was a play on, but there was a lot of bump there.
Oh, player
Bass
down.
with a move. Number 2 is still down in the box. See how quickly he gets up if the ball comes through. There's a breakaway move. 21. Ball is out of play. 2, still limping in the box. Not a lot of motion there. You would expect that at some point they're going to take a look at him. Nobody on the bench for Sharon seems to be too concerned about it, though.
But all the moms, everyone all just straightened up and paid attention.
Regardless of the colors you wear, that's important.
That's right. It seems like he's walking it off and has not asked to sub out.
No,
so
he
I think
definitely
he wants to
isn't
play
leaving.
on.
Again, we don't have the numbers. I can't tell you who that is. Foxborough, in the early going, really having trouble getting the ball out of our net, out of our end.
Yeah, the Sharon forwards have been actually very quick on their feet. Oh.
Quick touch. Opportunity there, scooped up by Nick Penders. He looks to the wing. That is to Justin Neal.
Then back to
Alex Penders. Alex Penders with a tip through, not there for PJ Frost. Ball is out.
And again, the players are actually even being very careful about not touching it. So they're really adhering to the rules. So normally you'd see people catching it or throwing it back in, and they're really trying to not have any hand contact on that ball to not incur any additional penalties.
Ball is in now, coming all the way back to the keeper. Nick Penders looking to switch fields. Not a lot of motion to the outside. He looks to switch back. He's got Alex Penders on the wing there. Alex looking up. Rolls one into Max Beagle. Max can't control that. Gets away. Ben Ferguson to stop the ball there. PJ Frost with the ball now. Back to Penders. And a whistle. And that's
Sharon ball.
Sharon ball. Again, incidental or extra contact there, really changing elements of the game. I think that was directed towards Ben Ferguson. He was just in the middle of that scrum. Ball is now in. Penders stops ball. Up to Neal and then to Frost. Frost finds an opening to Justin Neal. Justin Neal making a run.
It.
Long ball, long ball. And with that, Sharon resets. We have a stoppage here. I believe we had an offsides call is what's going on there. And they reset the ball.
I will not be providing commentary on offsides.
No, you can. You can give tips on how best to do it.
My children have only been playing soccer since kindergarten, but that is still a rule that will be best served, spoken about by other people.
There's a nice centering pass.
Watch out.
11 makes a nice pullback move. He's looking for room. And Jeremy Neal. Oh, boy.
Nice job with our defense, though, trying to clear it out.
Neal to Ferguson. Ferguson on the ball. Oh.
Now, in hockey, that would have been high sticking with that leg, and I know it's not called that in
no,
soccer.
but you had a
Kevin.
high kick here, and you're going to get a whistle for it. That's going to be a Foxborough ball. Shame, really, though, because Beagle had advantage on that once he came through.
There was a lot of momentum happening, too. We're finally up that end of the field. Oh,
nope, we're going to talk it over. I think Max might have been asking about advantage. It was not there for him, though. They took that right away. Now he has to, again, with the rule changes, this cannot be a direct kick. Someone has to touch it before they can get a shot on. And that's why you see the quick touch with the triangle pass. Ball still back to Sharon. Up the field it comes. Penders makes a stop. Clears it up to Neal. Neal to Ferguson. Ferguson one time does not connect to Beagle. Ball coming back down the other end. Penders again with a stop, but to a Sharon player. They reset. Sharon doing a really good job with spacing. That's a nice touch there by Adam Conley. Trying to make a turn on there. Now, Adam Conley, sneaky fast. Big burst of speed out of him. You'll see that as he tries to make the turn on the wing there. New player to the varsity squad this year. 4-year.
Track. He also runs track.
4-year soccer player in the program and plays baseball. So we'll try to take a moment and talk about our seniors as we have them. Long ball by Zach Raymond. Out to the keeper, rolls it out, reset. Jeremy Neal with the body, resulting in a Sharon kick. That ball is in. They're switching sides, going to switch field here.
Another thing we have to watch out for.
Justin Neal with a quick
Kevin.
step there. That's fine, that's fine.
I was going to say is the no heading
It's
rule.
a nice pass through, not there in time.
Nice save, Sharon goalie.
Just a little too far for Adam to catch up to it. Nice, probably one of the better drive plays we've seen so far. Angelini with the ball, gets away from him, stays Foxboro ball. So, sorry, Netta, go ahead. What was
No, that's it. That's fine. I was actually just commenting on the fact that you're not seeing a lot of high arcing kicks because they are not allowed to head as well. So that's hard for the header-happy members of our team.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Ball gets away off of Ferguson's foot. Sharon trying to mount an attack. Here they come. We did not clear that cleanly there, so we are...
Watch that elbow. Whistle.
That's going to be a shove by Ben Bass. Sharon now lining up to position themselves outside the box. Again. They're moving Foxboro back.
I think Nick Penders is calling out where he needs his defensive line to be and actually trying to set up his wall here.
He is positioning his unit. Foxboro getting ready for a substitution if they can get a break in the action. Long ball up off the crossbar. I think Penders had a piece of the tip, but not enough to clear it. That was a good and scary ball. That's going to be a shove, and now Foxboro ball. That was quite a crossbar shot there.
That was a mom close her eyes shot.
Oh,
I'll have to admit.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to have to watch the replay on that because I did close my eyes.
We're only watching it because it didn't go in. Let's be clear. And I know
Jeremy seems to have the fastest feet I've ever seen. His foot skills are great.
Moving the ball again, waiting for that break in action. We have a bunch of subs waiting to get in here.
Well, I think what you actually see is because they
We
had
had a stoppage again.
we started so late that a lot of the conditioning had to actually happen on the players themselves. So they had to be really self-motivated to either be running or working out on their own because they weren't able to actually condition as a team until a few weeks ago.
And I think that, they really did an excellent job of working together over the summer, doing some training, getting touches on the ball. This is, one of the things nice try by Angelini to slide that ball through to Beagle, but two men there. That's going to be a whistle on Ferguson. Far too. That's a last year play. Cannot get away with that this year. Yep.
High contact play.
Yep. But they had their opportunities. They got some touches together. They had some team camaraderie over the summer too, and I think that was I think that helped.
But I think physically they're very evenly matched. We're not getting outrun. People are not looking like they're struggling. There's lots of bursts of power and quick feet.
Number 2 looking fully healed from his earlier incident in the box as he feeds wide. That's a nice touch. Stop ball. Good. Frost back to Neal.
That was a nice play.
Neal looking up. Has Beagle just too short a pass to get to him. And that ball goes out of bounds. You will see subs now. And here comes new members of our Foxboro Warrior team. So Ferguson will go to the bench. Penders will go to the bench. Bass will go to the bench. And Conley will go to the bench. In comes Elijah Carvalho. In comes freshman John Hollis. In comes Marco Pacini, sophomore. And
I see Alex McGarry out there
Alex
too.
McGarry, yes. That's a block ball. Zach Raymond recovers, tries to clear again. Up to Beagle. Beagle to Neal. Neal back around to Pacini. Pacini
Up
to McGarry. McGarry trying to cut it through to Hollis. Hollis gets pushed aside, and Sharon is on the move. Nice stop there by Neal. Up to McGarry. McGarry on the run. Hollis not there. Ball coming back in from Sharon. They are getting plenty of touches.
That Sharon forward triangle, they have a really nice rhythm.
You got a little
Unfortunately,
collapse
someone's
there.
down.
Whoop, we have
Migratory
the
geese.
on site. Number 2 is down again, colliding with Zach Raymond.
He was the player who was down earlier.
Yes. And we're going to call a time. We're getting a timeout coming now.
Medical is coming out.
And here we can see it on the replay if we have another look at that there. Sorry, guys. Here it comes. So you can see the collision coming up. Both Raymond and number 2 going for the ball. Raymond coming down really on the back of his knee, it looks like to me. And that is his second trip to the floor. So with that, we've decided to go have a look.
Our trainer Amy out there on our golf cart.
And we're going to have a substitution coming up for Sharon as they take a look at him.
So unfortunately, that's the worst part of sports and watching sports.
Well, meanwhile, you got an educational opportunity happen over there in net. Nick Pender's questioning the touches and clearings with the ref to get a better sense of what's going on there. Trying to get ready for what he will and will not complain about later. So
we're wishing all the best to the Sharon player. Hopefully that's just some ice and rust.
He's not heading too far away yet. Amy's got him, and he's driven over offsides. And
he's walking under his own power, which is great.
Meanwhile, we are back in the action. Sharon pressing the advantage. Nope. Frost steals the ball up to Beagle. Beagle on the move, sends one long.
They're
Carvalho trying to catch it.
He's there.
He has the ball. He's looking up the side. There's a lot of contact there, but that's going to be a corner. Elijah Carvalho, sophomore, scrappy.
A lot of speed on those feet, too.
So you see.
And his other forwards were there, too. Angelina was right in the middle.
Angelina was right there. McGarry with the touch. Crossing ball. Beagle catching up to it, but there's a lot of white. He is not able to do anything with it on the turn. Cheney, one touch, turns it to Neal. Neal back to Raymond. Raymond over to other Neal, up to McGarry. McGarry trying to loosen that ball. Nope. Stopped by Sharon defense. One of the things you're going to see this season, Netta, in this new season that we have here, unlike last year when we had, close to 18 games. Foxborough last season was 7, 8, and 3. 18 games on the nose. Sometimes my math works. Foxborough, what you're seeing is we're not playing those 18-game schedules this season. Instead, in an effort to get a season in at all, you're seeing a 10-game season. No state tournaments, no playoffs after those 10 games. And what it really amounts to is a home and away series each week against teams in your division.
Correct.
So we play in the Hockomock League, and Foxborough in particular, due to size of school, plays in the Davenport division. So this year we will only play against Davenport teams, Sharon being one of them, obviously. Sharon, Canton, Stoughton, Oliver Ames, who we play next week, and somebody who I'm forgetting, Attleboro. What you'll see here is, so we're playing Sharon tonight, and then the team will go on the road to play Sharon.
On the 14th.
Well, I believe they play, don't they play Sharon next
7th?
week? This week? They play Sharon away this week. So it's a home and away. Actually, I have the schedule. We don't have to debate it. It's always more fun when we do. But they're going to play on Wednesday in Sharon. For all of you Foxborough listeners, you won't have us, but hopefully we'll have somebody from Sharon. That ball is out of bounds. He doesn't like the call, but he's wrong. And so that ball is going to come back here and be a Foxborough ball.
But you can see now why the Hockomock League Community Collaborative is so important if the town of Sharon is able to share their
Foxborough
feeds,
gives it back there.
we will also be able to watch those away games, because the Hockomock League has also voted to have no away spectators at their own games, allowing parents of the players on the field in their own town to actually see their players.
Right. Maximizing the social distancing guidelines and your ability to cheer for your kid.
And that includes not being in your car or hiding from the parking lot or sneaking around the fences. Most of the time, people have actually been really great.
Although we do have some folks out there that make it look like it's a drive-in. It's okay. It's okay. We had folks up on the beach over there earlier. They had their beach chairs and they were settled out. And this is going to be a modified corner for Sharon here. They are continuing to press the advantage. We are inside stoppage time on the quarter. So here's hoping that Foxborough can continue to be solid as this converts. We have a disagreement here. Oh, nope, the refs work it out. That's going to be a goal kick. Penders clears the ball to Pacini. Pacini,
Also a
soft roll
sophomore.
to Neal. Neal back to Pacini. Looking around, feeds it to 21 is Hollis. Long ball again
There
to
goes
Carvalho.
Elijah.
But that one is too far to catch up to.
Picked up by the Sharon goalie.
But this is the thing you're going to see here, too. With the Davenport teams, one, you've had a bunch of them graduate players. Foxborough not being an exception at all. The sort of backbone of that team from last season and some of the season before is now off to whatever form of remote, hybrid, or modified college experience. And in their stead are, again, 10 seniors, so it's still a very senior-heavy team, but a lot of youth in terms of the experience. And that quarter is over, and it is 0-0 here at the end of the first. Foxborough Sharon senior night, and the home opener as well. So this is what we're going to see a lot of, is very build from the back defense sort of setups. That's what the small Hawk teams have to do to compete with those bigger teams. Next week, Foxborough has to play Oliver Ames as a home and away. Oliver Ames is a team that has come down from the Kelly Rex, was in the Kelly Rex last season, was reclassed, switching Milford out and bringing Oliver Ames in based on, again, size of population and school. I personally don't mind seeing Milford go. They were a soccer powerhouse, making it to the state championships last year. But unfortunately for Foxborough, that doesn't mean that they replaced them with a slouch. Oliver Ames is an excellent soccer team.
Right.
So that's...
And our team got to play. They went to Canton the other day.
Yes, they had a
scrimmage in Canton.
They had a preseason scrimmage. That's one of the other teams that they'll be facing later in the season. Again, the Davenport division for Foxborough consists of Foxborough, Sharon, Oliver Ames, Stoughton, North Attleboro, and Canton. Those are your 6 teams. Canton will give them a good test. A lot of heavy upper class presence. North Attleboro last year was 9-7-4, and they reached the D2 South quarterfinals. They're a very solid build from the back team. Again, Oliver Ames, as I said to you, is a soccer program. Last year they were 15-4, a very, very solid program. And Foxborough was 7-8-3. They missed the playoffs last year by 1 point, as did Sharon, who was 6-7-5. In fact, it was Sharon last year who sealed our fate of not going to states on senior night.
I remember.
And in fact, Sharon beat Foxborough twice last year, both home and away. So we are coming back out for the second quarter. See, Beagle, Angelini. It's funny, you cannot tell who they are with masks on, even though
they have
that's
numbers.
A really small piece of fabric. They do have numbers. You would think it would be straightforward.
So I see Angelini, McGarry, Raymond,
Yes.
I can tell by their runs.
So you have
Niels.
Penders in net. You have Piccini and Raymond in the center, at center back. Flanking them are the Neal twins. Then you have McGarry, Hollis, Frost, Angelini, Beagle, and now he's on the far side. I think it's Elijah Carvalho, but that one I can't tell you with any
And
certainty.
they've also switched ends.
Just to make it messy for us.
Now I have to look the other way.
Correct. So now, easy listeners, you are looking at Foxborough going from my right to my left. Your right on the TV screen to your left. Sharon having a little difficulty getting that out of there. That's great. Ball from Beagle.
Oh,
Quick to Angelini. They keep it in.
I wonder if that
That's
call
gonna be
was off number 25 for Sharon because that was a high shoulder block.
Either way, that's going to be a Foxborough ball.
Matt Angelini with the shoe tie.
The
Two
obligatory
shoe ties.
shoe ties. Everybody tightening up the tassels. Frost with his. Neal to McGarry. McGarry with a quick move. Straight to White. Ball is still in. Ball is now
High.
definitely out.
That ball probably went to South Street.
It could have.
Big arc.
It could have.
And this year we have no ball boys, ball girls
Cannot.
because
Nope.
again of COVID, and unfortunately,
The only ball boy we have on staff is Todd Kaiser. Be on the lookout for the Australian Outback hat. He's the only one authorized to touch the ball. Coach Kaiser, Mr. Kaiser, and Teacher Kaiser at Kays, as he is also known. Long ball across. Foxborough trying to get back. Sharon on the move, making a cross. Stopped by Hollis. Sorry for the pause. Needed to see a number. We have a man down. Foxborough has a man down. I believe that is Elijah Carvalho limping his way off the field. And making his debut for the Foxborough Warriors, coming in Carvalho's place, is Ryan Flaherty. Freshman. 2 freshmen on the squad this year, 3 sophomores, half a dozen juniors, 10 seniors.
and that's what you really need when you're building a program. You actually do need that influx and rotation of new players to get experience with the older players and grow your team. In fact, we haven't even talked at all about our coaches.
I was just thinking that same thing.
So,
I was just thinking that, geez, 20 years together, you're doing fine. That's great. We're reading my mind again.
well, then I can take this because then I get the point for that. Because
ahead.
I was the one who was saying, I really wonder what Coach Ambrosio was telling them in the huddle.
Oh,
And
I thought you were going to say this is the part where I was really wondering why Kevin hasn't talked about Coach Ambrosio yet.
No.
That's fine. Go ahead.
All I was going to say is that when I usually am on camera, I can zoom right into that huddle. And because I can lip read, I can generally see what they're saying. However, I couldn't see what they were saying. So I was speculating on our new varsity coach, Coach Ambrosio, who was actually the JV coach a few years ago, also does IT.
Ball's through ball, not there, just one foot on it. Sorry, Netta.
That's all right. I will pause. I'm used to it.
That's oh boy, we didn't even make it to the second half.
I think I'm being very gracious.
You do ya?
My language has
It's-
been fabulous.
it's
I have
play
not
by play.
sworn once.
I know,
which
this is a
think
real test.
Unbelievable.
It is. I agree. This is a real test. I showed up to announce the game by myself. I walk in the booth, and the first thing they do is tell me that now I'm going to announce it with my wife. The second thing they tell me with no prep is that I cannot swear, I cannot talk about drinking, and I cannot complain about the reffing. So
In fact, I had to write that on my hand, Kevin.
I can't complain. I see that. I
It's
did.
written on my hand in green marker. It says no swearing.
I'm glad I brought the permanent marker for you. I'll remind you later too. So you've put me in a room with my wife, who I can no longer complain about, and now I can't complain about those other things either. Should be a fascinating evening. So Netta, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
I was pausing. Am I unpaused now?
You're
While we actually watch the soccer that is happening?
Oh, Beagle with the ball, making a through ball to Angelini. He is offsides. Oh.
Rats.
To use a term of art.
Hate that call.
Rats. Did you?
Rats.
There was an article in the paper today about rats. Did you hear this?
I did not.
I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Oh my gosh, with the shoes. Could everyone just take a shoe tying break, for God's
Staples.
sakes?
Everybody was Staples. So there was an article today in the paper about rats. Apparently in Cambodia, they use them to find mines, landmines.
Oh, yes.
Did you see this?
I didn't, but I thought you were working downstairs. You were actually reading the newspaper and discussing rats.
I was on a call.
So that's why you couldn't do any part of getting the kids ready for soccer?
Oh, look at the kids playing soccer. They're doing such a great job. Here goes Max Beagle. So the
There's
ball through to
Angelini.
Angelini. They're going to wave off the offsides call this time. Angelini looking down the wing. Turns a corner. Crossing pass. Nice tip. Fingers
save
by the keeper.
Wow, that was a fantastic save for the Sharon goalie.
Really dislike having to say that, but it is true.
Their rosters, Kevin, so that was something.
I have the roster. I just don't have any numbers. I can't tell you. I have no numbers.
One of the things we were also talking about, if you go to Foxborough Cable Access Live or fcatv.org/live.
Oh, through ball. Keeper coming out, making the save.
Beautiful save.
Thank you, Nick.
Sliding save.
Thank you, Nick.
Every time he does that, I think, please watch out for your teeth. Please watch out for your teeth.
Ball back to Penders now. Looking up. Lets it fly. To Beagle. Beagle with a touch. Flaherty over. Back through from Frost.
Flaherty to Frost.
Yep.
Oh, was that not a handball?
Yeah.
That was an elbow ball.
Well, that's
here we go.
definitely
He's
a
getting
through ball.
challenged. Here he goes. Oh,
Penders
he
breaks
got
it up.
But I think it went right into that player's face.
Well, it served him right. He didn't belong there. That's it. Not wishing anybody ill will, but, you know, goalie was just clearing traffic. That will be Sharon ball. He does look like he got one right to the face.
I think he might have, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Seven through. Turning the corner. Oh, boy. That's off of Raymond. Neal tracking it down. No, that will be a corner for Sharon. Never like to see them turn. I never like to see them turn, take the ball where they square their body towards our net. That always...
Even when you were coaching, Kevin, that would be your thing.
Well, I'm not a very good coach, but I am very loud.
I am saying nothing to that comment. I will just let the viewers make their own decisions about that comment.
They know. So they were saying that the rats can scope out the landmines in like a fraction of the time. They can clear a field before
going boom.
Before a human can find like 3. It was a fascinating article, regardless of why I was reading it. I was expanding my horizons, my mind. We have 12 and a half minutes left to go on the clock in this quarter.
So hopefully he will move off the rat topic so that we can actually discuss soccer-related things or pretty much any other topic.
Except for rats. I did like Ratatouille. Did you see the movie?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I still think offsides is a ridiculous call.
You don't understand offsides. There's the whole reason that you don't like it is because you don't get it.
Well, it just makes no sense. And in fact, I'll have to tell you, there have been...
It makes perfectly good sense. You are inside the defensive line. You are where you do not belong. You are trespassing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry that you have to actually hear, once again, Kevin Penders trying to explain to me offsides. Usually he'll use the salt and pepper shakers, some ketchup and mustard, move it around the table, and it still means nothing. It's just condiments. So I just need to watch for the flag or the arm, and I know what it means. I just think it's...
You just think it's stupid and it shouldn't be.
I actually had to pause because I had to read my hand to not use any of the language that I think offsides is. So we'll just let it play on as a term of art. But if you can change all these other rules, we couldn't have changed offsides for the year of COVID?
No, because then it would be a real free-for-all and there'd be way too much contact. Just for the guys working in the booth, if you think that this is going to be bad television tonight, let me just tell you, basketball season, this would be a train wreck. An absolute train wreck.
I think I'm doing very well.
We'll discuss traveling later.
Another call by the ref.
Yes.
For something.
Yes, that was another call by the ref. It's actually out of bounds.
Well, you know, those lines are arbitrary too.
Oh, they're restrictive is what they
are.
They're
I think we should have put
restrictive.
up barriers like they play in futsal or that, you know, that rink soccer where there's no out of bounds. It just keeps bashing around. Futsal.
Indoor soccer?
Yeah.
Beagle
Oh, he's so
making
fast.
a stop.
There goes Senior Max Beagle. Lots
Angelini
of experience up front.
in the middle. Oh, broken up on the
Too
run.
bad. So close. That was one of our first real.
If you can get it in a little field hockey goal, it's like the Globetrotters. You get 4 goals.
Field hockey was opening this last week as well with their first home game.
As did Sharon. Sharon. As did the Foxborough girls team. They actually went on the road today to Sharon, and they'll be back home on Wednesday to play Sharon. Jordan Collins with at least 2 goals when I last
checked
saw.
the Twitter feed. Oh, that's what we were talking about before. We were talking about rats, Kevin.
I would love to see where you're going with this.
All I was going to say was, if you go to the Foxborough Cable Access Twitter feed, we would love you to tell us where you're watching from. We know there are multiple states out there watching tonight, and it would just be fun to get a running list or shout-outs of where you're actually
nice
watching
ball
this
by
live
Beagle
game.
to Flaherty. Flaherty trying to through ball it to Angelini. It's not there. Just got a foot on it. Yeah, I think that would be great. We get numbers up for Foxborough Cable Access. Everybody's chiming in from where they're from. It's like, where's Waldo? It would be awesome to have the opportunity for folks on Twitter to chime in and let us know where we're hearing you from, or where you're hearing us from. And you can complain about it if you'd like, but that's but it would be good for us to hear where we are reaching.
Well, next time we do this, I need like props. I need like a cowbell. I need a maraca. I need some
I need a
some
separate booth.
Some supplemental.
This was not part of my contract.
Back to the soccer.
Yes, that's a great idea. PJ Frost ball up. We've got another offsides call. That's going to be on Angelini. That is going to be on Angelini. I like that. You also see the spacing on the benches across the field. That's all COVID intentional. Oh, boy, nice move there. There's an extra little shove.
Another whistle.
Yeah, well, Neil not only got the body in, but he gave a little elbow up. That was, he might have been able to get away with 1, but he wasn't going to be able to get away with 2. Beagle trying to fight through that ball.
Nice footwork on number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon.
Sharon's footwork is really impressive. They've been able to move the ball in space really well.
And notice all the fabulous colors of their cleats. We've got yellow, we've got orange, turquoise. I think it's important.
It's the Pantone color wheel of cleats, brought to you by Benjamin Moore.
But we are not sponsored. Sherwin-Williams would be completely fine as well. I think we have to be, if we're going to throw out products, we need to be balanced.
Listen, this is the second quarter. In the third quarter, we could be sponsored by a different paint company.
Okay.
Tonight, we are also sponsored by, and for folks listening, if you haven't eaten dinner yet, shame on you. But if you haven't eaten dinner yet, you should take advantage of Union Straw. Union Straw doing a fundraiser tonight for the Foxborough soccer program. Proceeds from every sale tonight, and they are open until 9. Proceeds from every sale tonight will go to, or a portion of the proceeds, I should say, will go to the Foxborough High School Boys Boosters Program, raising money for assistant coaches, mannequins, training gear, things not covered by the program itself. So it's a great cause. It's a great local restaurant here in town, and it is a great opportunity.
And you can go to www.unionstraw.com and actually order straight from their website or on their app and have the food picked up later. So, by the way, honey, that's what's you're having for dinner tonight is Union Straw that will be
can't wait.
picked up after the game.
They've got the barbecue thing going again.
So
and
they're
I
at
think
8
that's
Mechanic
awesome.
Street in town, and they have also had to make some changes to the restaurant during COVID, and they added a beautiful outdoor patio with some seating. Oh,
by Beagle. In case you forgot, we have a soccer game happening here.
You just threw Union Straw, so I was
It's
just
not your
trying
fault.
to give color.
It's not your fault. I forgot. I was thinking about pulled pork.
You also told me to do color commentary. That's why I was picking up the shoe color.
That's very clever. I like that. That's very clever. Ball in by Foxborough. I don't remember who's on that wing. Oh, nice save.
I can see it's Max.
No, but that's...
The lighting up here is interesting. Do you want to...
It's not the lighting, my love. It is my eyesight that is the issue.
That's Adam Connolly.
On the wing over there?
No, closer to us.
Yeah, but that's not who had the ball.
Oh.
Thanks.
You just want to care about the people who have the ball?
Well, it helps when you're describing the play to know who had the ball if you're going to describe who had the ball.
But you missed it. They don't have the ball anymore, so now it doesn't matter.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
So now who has the ball is Marco Piccini, who's a
Not
sophomore.
anymore. Now Zach Raymond has it. That's over now to, I believe, Adam.
Whistle.
Number 2, Whistle. Who's number 2? Cam Barrera is in the game. Oh, that's... Thanks, Netta. You didn't tell me he was in.
Well, that was one of those whistle sub things.
PJ Frost has moved up top.
What I like, again, and we
Cam
will talk
Barrera in the
more-
middle attack, in the midfield position. Seem to have shifted formation.
Well, we can talk more about Dan Ambrosio when we have a little more time, perhaps,
Jacob
in between.
Tessier drawing the foul. So, one of the things I got to say, Dan Ambrosio is playing everyone.
Correct. And he's also, this is really his first chance to see his players on home turf field, under the lights, going all out. And he is really watching how his players are growing, developing, working together, and does move them around, which I think allows you to maximize the players that you have. And without fatiguing them too much, too. There's been a lot of subbing, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been quiet because we haven't been. But there's a
That was a nice
steal
pass
by
through.
Neal.
Those feet
Looking
again.
up. Oh, no. Gets away. Piccini with a stop. They switch field. Sharon looking to attack. They have an opening there. Raymond marking on him. Raymond with a stop. Ball out of bounds. That's going to be a corner. Sharon substitution on the corner kick. And a little help from the bird above.
No, we have Adam Conley up top. We needed the far side. So this is what I was saying about my maracas, my cowbell. I need binoculars. I need...
I'm not sure how the maracas or the cowbell are going to help us know who's up top.
There might be a theme. It could be like, maraca, we don't know who that player is, and so then someone would tell you. Like
Nice. Couple extra bounces there by... That's Adam Conley. Gets taken down. No call?
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's the call. All right.
Looks like we're warming up.
He had a great chest trap, and then little shimmy to bump it over the guy, and then a couple one-touches there, and then just rolled.
But this is what we were talking about earlier, is a lot of these players have grown up heading the ball and looking for the header. So they have to then trap on their chest low enough to make it fall where they need, but not too high to get the contact call. I think it can be really tricky these days.
Ball gets away from Neal, stolen back by Cam Barrera.
Cam is number 2.
Cam is number 2.
Is Jacob
Conley
Tessier
on the
number
fly,
1?
trying to catch that ball. Jacob Tessier is number 1, yes. Ball's loose in front of the net.
Oh, scramble for the goalie. He got it.
And managed to stay in bounds.
And what you'll
The
see...
ref right there watching that.
And what you'll see with the experienced seniors is that Max did not give up on that, right? Just in case it squeaked out, you follow through.
Foxborough and Sharon both are going to be spending a lot of time looking for opportunistic goals, right?
Yes.
Opportunistic goals. That is what they're going to need this season to be able to stay at it. That's going to be a Sharon ball. I thought that was off Sharon.
I did too. But we're not down there, and we've already had the conversation that our names need to be checked. So.
No, there was just a lot of white shirt there. I was definitely
It's
right.
the lights, right?
Yes.
Number 10, Sharon.
Wide ball, switch of field. Foxborough getting back. Jeremy Neal back to Raymond. Raymond with a pop to Sharon. McGarry getting his foot in the middle there. Still, we are not controlling the ball. That is the challenge. It's a lot of good stops, dumps, but not a lot of control. And that's the part that we need here. Beagle with the ball, looking to go up the sideline. Off his foot, he's out of bounds. Something happened there. Lots of extra whistles. We start again.
I was just checking Twitter just in case anyone had chimed in about where they were, and I'm finding out that the Foxborough Warrior girls soccer team won 4-0 tonight against Sharon, with Jordan Collins having 2 goals, Kaylee McCabe and Erin Foley each having 1. So
Fabulous.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to them. That's great. That's great. Jordan Collins starting the day, the Hockomock Sports blog, announcing Kylie McCabe and Jordan Collins as 2 of the Foxboro's ones to watch for the women's soccer program in the Hawk this season. So good luck to them. It's a lot of opportunity there. And Foxboro returning, the girls program returning a lot of seniors and some real veteran depth. Emma Dahl, Caitlin Malika, Jordan Collins, I think Kylie McCabe, Morgan Silvestri, off the top of my head. I certainly don't know them all. But
So that's the end of our second quarter, making it halftime.
that makes it halftime. How exciting. We are 2 quarters down. That makes it 1 half.
And Nick Penders is leaving the net, and it looks like we're warming up Derek Axon.
Derek Axon making his debut for the second half.
Derek, as a returning varsity player, is a junior.
Yep.
Fast feet.
Got good minutes, and the last couple of years, Nick and Derek have been together in this program really for the last 3 years. This is the third year together. Trained together.
That's right. They both worked with Cody Cropper and did some great training, who's now with Houston.
He's the one of the keepers for the Houston Dynamo.
See,
That's
I
right.
got the right town, right sport,
you did
and the
really
right
well.
position. But I actually want to go back, if you don't mind, Kevin, because this is my moment here. Where,
because they're off the field. Yes,
well, yes, because I actually don't have to worry about the soccer that's actually being played.
That's
Again,
okay. I think they've shut us off anyhow. You'll be fine.
Oh,
Go ahead.
have they shut us off?
No, they haven't. They love hearing you.
All I was suggesting is that now you see Coach Ambrosio actually talking to his team. Everyone is really focused in. We've got a lot of arm movement going on. Dan Ambrosio does IT for the Ahern Middle School. He has coached the junior varsity team before. This is his debut as the varsity coach. Helping him today is also Coach Mario Pacini, excuse me.
Yeah, Marco is the son, Mario is the dad. Yep.
That's okay. We announced Kevin last year playing basketball, so it's
Which-
Mario Pacini for his second year. Last year he was assistant coach on the varsity team and helped bring another level to the coaching team. So he's out there warming up Derek Axon. And everyone seems really excited. And I'm going to actually throw it back to Kevin for the JV coach and freshman, because this year we actually have a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team, which is fantastic.
So I'd love to thank you for putting me on the spot for that. The JV coach is Joe Stewart. He's a pretty seasoned ref and coach throughout the Hockomock area. And the freshman coach is actually someone whose name I don't know, but she works with Joe Cusack, the athletic director here at the high school. She's new to the high school, replacing Blake Riley, who was the assistant athletic director for a number of years.
So we'll find out that information for our next game.
Yep.
So at the half, Foxboro and Sharon have been very evenly matched. They're tied 0-0. Let us know where you're watching from. I know that we have folks watching us from Texas, from Houston, Texas. I know we have folks watching from Seattle, Washington. I know we have folks watching us from Wakefield, Mass. I wonder where else people are watching us from, Kev. Or have they shut it off now? Is that what you're saying, Hen?
No. I'm sure that those folks have kept it on just to make sure that we behave.
Maine. I know we have Maine, possibly Ohio. I mean, Foxborough Cable Access has a broad reach.
The World Wide Web.
In fact, I might send this feed to my uncle in London and see if...
Now you're just bragging. That's it. Now you're just showing off. But yeah, no, we have, and as far away as the Curtises on Mechanic. That's, we have folks near and far, and that's fantastic. We love that Foxborough Cable Access makes this available, and that there's an opportunity here for folks who can't be here, whether it's due to COVID restrictions or can't be here due to distance, and need to and want to just keep in touch with what their nephews, grandsons, kids, because you're away on a trip, whatever it may be. Just your friend, the fact that you can keep in touch with what they're up to is really fantastic. I want to go back to what you were saying about Dan Ambrosio, because I think there's two things here that really are important to reinforce. Number one, Dan has coached a bunch of these seniors and some of these juniors as well through his work at the JV program. He wasn't the JV coach last year, so he's been away from the program for a little bit. But and the boys really needed something that was a good touchstone for them, something concrete. And because the coach from last year moved on, changes were made in the program. We had a coach at the beginning of the year, and by the beginning of the year I mean like in May and June, and then that coach did not move forward with the program this year. Very suddenly we found ourselves needing a replacement there, and Dan Ambrosio was part of that mix, and now was the solution.
And I think that it's actually even more amazing that he's coaching these young men, because during the COVID and this hybrid education, our IT team and everyone who's working in technology and education is really working extremely hard these days.
Well,
so,
and not only that, he's got a newborn at home.
That's right. He has a newborn at home that we got to see when he came on a boosters meeting on Zoom. So we got to see one child there.
Yep.
So that's a lot on your plate. But if you look right now, if you were on camera 2, because I could hear the producer in my ear say, zoom in camera 2. If you were on camera 2 right now and could zoom right into that huddle, you can really see that the boys are very engaged in what they're saying. Now I think that Coach Pacini is
no
talking.
pressure, camera 2.
And I think that what you see is the body language.
They've got it on TV for you now, honey.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
All I'm saying is,
if there's anything else you'd like scripted, just ask them.
What I love is the fact that you have, look at the body language. The team is engaged. They are huddled in. They are listening. They are paying attention. They are communicating with one another through their eyes, not their masks, because you can't talk. But I just think that it really shows how all of the towns, and Sharon as well, if you look at...
Interesting thing there. Both of these teams have first-year coaches. So it's, I believe his name is Scott Nathan, I think it is. Yes, Scott Nathan, first-year coach.
I would argue the same thing. If you look at the body language of the Sharon huddle as well,
yep,
really engaged in paying attention. The coaches are also, gesticulating. There's a lot of arm movement going on. I'm sure it's all about the soccer, but it also could be, the can. I'm not really sure what they're suggesting.
The buy-in. It's all about the buy-in.
And there comes in the huddle. Foxborough is starting to spread out.
Getting ready for which quarter?
The third quarter.
Also known as the start of the second.
That's what I meant.
Second half.
What?
Start of the second half. Yes.
Really? Are you messing me up on purpose?
I am. Yes. Sorry. That was just easy.
That was really unfair because
I just wanted to hear them laugh. That's all that mattered. Yes. And thank you guys. I did get a chuckle out of there. So we do have.
It's the 75th percent of the soccer game.
We are entering the 75th percent.
So Derek Axon, Jr., returning varsity goalie, is coming into net for the second half or the beginning of the third quarter, as you may have it. Another 17 minutes on the clock. Those last 2 minutes being super secret because you can't. Now he's doing pull-ups on the net.
He's just getting acclimated. Your back defensive line remains the same. You've got Neal, Raymond, Pacini, and Neal. You've got McGarry at the 1. So we are going 4-1-2-2-1 is what it looks like. You've got McGarry in the middle. We have Barrera and...
Is it PJ? I can't see. It's
Barrera
PJ.
and PJ.
Number 5, PJ
up top.
Frost.
And then after them, we have Beagle, Angelini, and Hollis. Good minutes for the freshman. Pacini turning ball wide. Looking up. He's got Neal on the wing. Neal looking up. Soft pass into McGarry. Can't catch up to it on the deflection. That's a Sharon ball. That's Barrera. That's Barrera. Number 2.
Oh, that's right. No, that was Adam. No, it was Barrera.
Okay. You let me know.
They all got so much taller.
COVID.
It's the COVID height?
It's the COVID height. I put on the COVID weight. That's the COVID height.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm remaining silent.
Oh, listen. Fighting through the ball.
Oh, there it is.
Look up to Frost.
Go.
To Hollis.
Hollis is right there. Turn.
One time.
Oh, is there someone there?
Shot wide. Off the keeper. Angelini not there in time. Good bid by the freshman.
That was, and actually they'll probably do that again. We might see that formation again.
We might see it in a minute because they might put it up on the screen.
Well, if
Matter
they
of fact, here it comes. Here it comes. And You see that pass through. Hollis just with a one-touch. Goalie extends, just gets himself there, and Angelini not able to get to the far side to get a second shot on the rebound there. Nice play by the keeper. Nice pass that leads to that shot.
But again, even in this opening, you're
Raymond
seeing very
slides wide
matched soccer.
to Neal. Neal looking across it. He's got a man. He's got Beagle.
Oh, and it's a goal.
It's not Beagle. Is it Beagle?
Goal.
Yes, it's a goal. I know. I'd like to give credit to who did it.
Yes, but you have to say goal.
Sweet mother of God. Max Beagle with his first goal of the season. Goal.
I just did it.
I know, but
you're
it's
just now copying me. Now
I
you're a
am.
copier.
Well, I was doing it with more resonance.
You're a copier.
It's Beagle. And the kickoff. And Foxboro's on the board 1-0.
Oh, I have an announcement on Twitter. Watching boys soccer all the way from Brunswick, Maine. Thank you, Foxboro Cable Access TV.
You are welcome, Brunswick, Maine.
Now the ball is off the line thing over there.
It's out of bounds.
Right, I forgot.
That's all it is. It's not an off the line. It's not on the line. It's not exchange
But
a
which
gram.
lines? There's 5 lines here, Kev.
Listen.
I think it's confusing that they're playing on a football field with all these lines.
They don't seem to be confused. That ball is going to be out of bounds. See how I did that? Out of bounds. And that will be a Foxboro ball.
But if it's called offsides, why shouldn't it be called offline?
You make excellent points.
I think we should call it offline Foxboro ball.
You should get your own cable access show. You could be like the second coming of the Linda Richmond show. Oh, ball stolen by Sharon. Neal gets his foot in there just in time to take it away.
Uh-oh,
Man
Sharon
is down.
down, but that was
I did not hear a
great
whistle, which is
boot.
great because that whistle would have resulted in a penalty kick. Sharon again on the attack. We got a whistle that time. It's Foxboro a little sagging in the defensive end after that goal by Beagle.
But again, remember, it's the first time they've all been out. It is cold now. It is dark. They're hungry for Union Straw for dinner. I might be projecting.
Quick touch by Beagle, pops it up, but recovered by Sharon. Sharon moving the ball around. Beagle's, boy, somebody got a taste of it with the first goal. Max is flying now. Sharon.
So Max is the second Beagle brother to come through the Foxboro High School program. His brother Nick was also a captain of the Foxboro High program.
Plays for, I believe, Babson College.
And they have a younger sister coming up.
They do. Cross to, oh, nice ball down the side. Raymond marking. Makes the stop, but that's going to be a corner kick.
Oh, that went in a goal.
Yes, too close. They don't get 4 goals for that. Too close.
So Derek calling where he wants his players. A lot of the goalies have actually been very vocal this year, and again, to your point, that both Derek and Nick have worked together for a few years. They really have a good rapport around where they want their defensive players to be and how to communicate that.
McGarry with a long ball send. Angelini tries to one-time it up to release Hollis, but Sharon is there.
Hollis is extremely
Foxboro
fast.
looking to press the advantage, and that's going to be an offside call.
Rats.
See? There they are again. I didn't bring them up this time. The Rats would not have been offsides. Ball into the middle by Sharon. Angelini pursuing. On the wing now, Beagle pursuing. Containing. Ball's back to the middle. Sharon keeper looking to clear. He does.
And actually, Kevin, he kept
Sharon.
it in
Sharon,
the half.
Yes, he does. It did. Another one of those rule changes that the goalies cannot. A lot harder to do that off the one-time kick, but goalies cannot punt past midfield this year as part of the rule changes due to COVID.
So that midfield line will be called the kick line from now on.
It's called the midfield.
Or
but
the kick line.
It's a great second name. Yep, I think that's a great name. Will the Rockettes perform at the kick line?
Well, I'm not sure if they have a corner kick and a goal kick. All those make sense. So it should just be offline, kick line.
On the line.
On the line.
Exchangeogram. Yes.
So now we're waiting because we were too busy bickering, so I have no idea why we're waiting.
But the ball is out of bounds. One of the Neal twins is questioning position, placement, and what he can do with it. They were waiting for the ref to blow them into play. They have to. Oh, man, coming on. Raymond clearing that ball out. Again, Sharon. Sharon has been on any long ball we've had tonight. You've seen Sharon get to that first touch. Foxborough playing very on the reaction.
Well, this would be also good to see what grades those players are, if those forwards are seniors. Again, it really speaks to the experience of a program, depending on how long they've been in the program, how many years with their coaches.
Agreed. Like Foxborough, there are 10. Oh, ball gets away off a Foxborough player, and that is going to be Sharon Ball. There are 10 seniors on this Sharon team. How Coach Nathan uses them compared to Coach Ambrosio, I can't really answer for you because, again, as we've said a few times, we don't have the numbers. Hollis trying to break up that play. Ball back. Again, Sharon controlling and containing.
You're seeing a lot of really interesting footwork, too, and a lot of controlled footwork.
Ball is out off Foxborough. That's going to be a kick.
Number 10 just sent it right through someone's legs.
A throw kick.
Not a leg shot?
No, it would be a throw kick because you can't throw it in.
Oh.
Right? I mean, if we're just making up names, I guess we'll call that the throw. I'm going to call that the throw kick.
Why don't you just call it a kick-in?
Oh, we could do that. Oh, Hollis
nice
trying to save the ball. Just a little too far for him. He gets it that time, though. Chest play. Nice job by 25. There's a head. That's going to be a whistle. It was irresistible.
It was, and in fact, they were not able to actually head until 8th grade. Is that right, Kevin? In the town program, you weren't allowed to head until 8th grade?
This age group, these seniors, I believe they were heading. I think the rule changed under them. So I believe that.
High sticking.
I believe for them, they've been doing a header for a much longer period of time, whereas the sophomores and the freshmen that are on the field, that are on the team, they were not able to head up until 7th and 8th grade. So they've been heading for a year or two because of concussion protocol concerns. And then with COVID, because they're trying to minimize the amount of contacts on the ball that aren't, clothed.
It was just hard. That was one of those, that was a natural header moment.
Absolutely.
Right? It's part of the flow of the game. And so you've seen with a number of these COVID rules that there has been some change to the game flow.
No, you're 100% right there. It's
can we mark that time down as whatever?
It's 10:39 left in the
third quarter. That I was absolutely right.
Yeah, you were absolutely right.
On camera, on live feed, publicly.
Not ashamed to say it when it's true. I just don't say it very often. Ball is in. Angelini to McGarry. McGarry is caught by Sharon on the move. They press the advantage very well. Beagle with a quick pass down the line to Frost, who is swallowed. They call play on. And Foxborough looking to move the ball around, switch fields. Raymond coming out of the backfield.
Raymond is a sophomore, Kevin, also returning varsity.
Zach Raymond is a junior, and yes, returning varsity.
Oh, they grew up so fast.
Thank you, great Aunt May.
That was Captain PJ Frost, number 5 there.
To Barrera. Barrera back out now to Neal. Neal looking to move around. Not there. Swallowed up. Ball to Sharon. Beagle on the wing. No advantage to press. Sharon on the move quickly now.
Number 18 from Sharon coming up fast.
Cheney with
wing.
a nice stop.
To McGarry to the center.
McGarry clears it to Hollis. Hollis looking for a one-touch and could not spring Angelini loose. Angelini very much on his horse and ready to go, but the ball just wasn't able to get there. Sharon again pressing. down the wing on the right side. Crossing pass. Pacini there to stop the ball.
Wow, excellent foot.
Offense presses, gets around him, but Neal makes the stop, clears it up. Off a rebound now to McGarry. McGarry tries to send to Angelini. Shoulder block by Sharon to advance the ball back. Raymond on a through ball.
There we go. Here we go.
Here comes Hollis.
Here comes Hollis. Looks.
Oh,
well done.
Unfortunately, right at the keeper. That was
a hard hit on his hands too. So he was right there.
Yeah. No, Hollis was right there on the move. That's his second good bid tonight. Just that bright orange just drew him in. He ended up.
See, now you're coming about the colors. Like, colors matters.
What color would you call that?
Color commentary. That's neon.
It's neon what?
Neon orange.
Neon orange. Okay. Fine. It's not like burnt orange or...
No. It's much brighter than that.
Okay. Sharon. Oh, Foxborough with the ball. On the inbound to Beagle. That's out and remains Foxborough ball. Sharon not pleased with that call. Whole lot of hands up there. So this is what happens now when you have that 1-0 lead. You can't sit on it, right? You have to attack, like I'm doing to the headphones, unfortunately. Neal trying to come around, gets taken down.
Still not offline.
Still not on the line. Ball along here. What you really want is that, sharp edge, keep going. Hollis
lots of touching.
Trying to come around. That's going to be an offensive on Hollis. They're going to go the other way. That'll be Sharon ball. Again, those, that pushing and shoving that you're used to doing in the scrum for the ball, you just can't you can't do this year. It's a whole different. Oh, nice touch by Barrera. Just slides past Hollis to a Sharon defender, and Angelini just gets turned around there. That would have been a great one for a steal and an easy one-time. Speaking of which, here comes Sharon. Raymond anchoring that middle, clearing it up. Angelini on the move.
He's there for it.
He is. Slowed up now. He's looking to come back through to the middle. He's got P.J. Frost. P.J. Frost turning. Nice turn.
It's an excellent turn.
Yep. Pass to the middle. Touched. Broken up by Sharon.
Don't head it.
Justin Neal wallops one into the Sharon line.
Now it's going Sharon.
And that's because of the contact there. That's going to be a Sharon ball.
So they're really doing that to dissuade the extra nudging or little sportsman-like love taps that happen or little elbows thrown.
The unsportsmanlike nudging.
I think we should write that down. That's a good comment. That's a good comment. And you can see Coach Ambrosio walking up and down the line there, talking to his players.
Axon looking to get a piece of that and clear it. It does not clear. Sharon has the ball and a look. Here comes Axon out to make the save. Good. Derek taking control, calling him off. Resetting.
And it's good. They're not rushing that. They actually have the time to set.
Foxborough having trouble getting it out of their own end now. Here comes Sharon. That ball's through. There's a shot. And a goal.
Beautiful goal by Sharon.
Picks back
ties it up.
Well, this is you got to get it out of your own net. I mean, that's the danger there. If you're having trouble clearing that ball, you're going to give them too many easy chances. I got a replay coming up right here. You see that ball? It comes down from Sharon. That nice little comes through here, splits the middle. And then he turns, makes that crossing pass, which I thought he was going for the first guy there that he missed, but he got the second guy coming straight through strong at the top of the key, and just drilled it right into that right-hand side. Not a lot Derek can do about that. That was a solid shot coming with full force. Got to get that ball out of the end.
So now a little more pressure on the offensive line as we have to get.
Well, again, this is one of those things you had a couple of missed opportunities. earlier in the game, and this is one of those things you want to continue to press that advantage. You can't rest with a 1-0 lead.
True. And your midfield, we've done a lot of back and forths.
A lot of back and forths.
Did you know that was neon orange?
I did. Somebody I know who's very astute on colors told me.
So you'll also notice that going back to COVID protocols and how we're looking at each game and gate, there are QR codes. Do you know what a QR code is, Kev?
It's a QR code. It's something I'm supposed to use my technology for, to take a picture so
That's
that they
right.
can know that I'm here for contract tracing purposes.
That's right. So,
but I don't know what it stands for, no. QR. So it's interesting. Ambrosio is sticking with his squad here. One of the things that was funny earlier in the season post tryouts, because there are 20 guys on this squad, Ambrosio will jump in and play as a part of the practices to just get reps in with them, and I think that's a big help for the camaraderie that they're building. This is a new program, new vision, and as you had mentioned earlier, with some depth. The fact that you have a freshman program, there hasn't been a freshman program here in years. The fact that you had, I think, 17 guys come out for freshmen to play is really fantastic. Go ahead, tell me what a QR code is.
So I was going to tell you, it's
actually
abbreviated.
I know it's gnawing at you.
It is. It's called a quick response code, and it's that
Ball
black.
back in. Foxborough. Nope. Axon makes a stop. Pacini stopped the ball. Oh my goodness! There's a scrum under the net, and that's. There's a card. I got a red card. No, just crazy whistling is what that is. The electronic whistle is what he's holding up.
Oh, that's right. I did think it was a red card for a moment.
Yeah. I definitely thought it was, but he's got that electronic whistle going, and it really is distracting. But
so they've actually switched
Axon
to
dodges
that.
a bullet there as the defenders get Sharon passes by the defense and really into a breakaway mode. Speaking of breakaway mode, Hollis stops up so he does not get called for the offsides. Ball gets by, he gets called for the offsides anyhow. But he was really trying to hold up there. But so you saw defense, the offense. Sharon pressed the attack, got past the Foxboro defense, and Axon had to make a play there. And then Marco Pacini had to keep coming to make a second play, because the Sharon offense was smart enough to work its way around, wait until Axon made his move and came down to the floor. And then once that's happened, Derek's stuck. It's the right call. He has to do it, but once he does it, he's like a turtle on the top of his shell. You flip him over, there's nothing much he can do there. Marco stays with it. It was a very contact-heavy play in the box. I was convinced that we were going to be looking at some form of a penalty kick. Instead, we are knotted up at 1 here in the final minutes, seconds, moments, actions of the third quarter. Long ball. Axon has it. Looks to calm everyone down. Reset. Take a global look. He has dropped the ball. He's going to kick it. And there's your half mark. And they call it. See?
Yep. That was over the middle.
Over the middle. Over the midline.
Over the midline.
Welcome to the equator. Sharon, again, pressing an advantage. Again, having an advantage.
Oh.
Again.
Tumble roll.
There's a whistle there. That's going to be... They're going to call it a corner. Interesting.
That was a lot of action for a corner call.
These refs are letting a lot of physicality go. I will say that.
So I'll also have a little shout out. The JV boys also recorded a 3-0 win over Sharon today in their home opener. 2
goals by Sam Carpenter, sophomore, and third goal as well. I didn't catch who the third goal was from.
Let me see if I can. Oh, and freshman boys open the season with a 3-2 win over Sharon.
Wow, looking up.
Goals by Jack Sullivan, assisted by Matt Cavaney.
Yep.
Excuse me. Livio McAuliffe, Preju Gabala on a penalty kick.
Oh, fabulous. Well, good job.
So
Congratulations to them.
I just don't have the
third goal from JV.
The JV third goal.
Yeah, I don't know.
So when we know that, Also, I have another shout
Sheeny
out
clears
for
the ball.
friends who are watching locally.
And before you say it, and then we can shout right out to them, we are at stop time here in the third. We are halfway through the second half, with the score being 1-1.
So now there's 1 minute and 54 seconds.
So they leave extra time up there for the ref to control the clock. So please, do the shout out. I'm curious to know who we're shouting it out to.
Well, we were shouting out to those watching us from their living rooms in Foxboro, actually. So
Great.
Mike Phelan and Nyla Penders were looking for a shout out there. So there's your your shout out. And I'm looking forward to Union Straw again for dinner, depending on what time it is. It's 7:21, so there's actually still time for you to get your orders in. If
you have an hour and 40 minutes until they close.
You can
so
call them.
You can go twice.
Can go online. They will honor take in, take out, dine in.
Dine out.
Dine out.
Sure.
Over the line dine.
Over the offsides dining.
Offsides
dining. Yep. And remember, a portion of the proceeds goes to the Foxboro boys soccer program.
So back to the QR code, which stands for Quick Response
I had almost
Scanning.
forgotten about the QR code.
At every field in Foxboro, you will see a steak and then a white sign with what looks like scrambled eggs.
Like a Union
that.
Straw steak?
Do you need me to show you a picture, Kevin?
No.
This is what it looks like.
You said there's going to be a steak. Now I'm hungry. Are we talking about Union Straw? Is it food steak or is it?
So for those of you who are new to the technology, you can just take out your camera, take a photo of said QR sign, and automatically it'll pop up. Would you like to go to this website? You click yes. Why are you laughing at me?
I have no reason.
Kevin is now laughing at me, and because we're stuck here in the booth with no cameras.
It's a family show.
It is a family show.
That's what I'm telling myself right now.
Just helps with contact tracing, and it's fantastic. And so if you are at a field and you see that, please take advantage of it.
There you go. That public service announcement is brought to you by QR Anonymous. And Foxborough is coming out to start the fourth quarter. Netta, this will be the final quarter.
Is this 4 of 4?
This is 4 of 4.
So
it's also known as the second
quarter?
half of the second half.
So would this be the whole quarter?
This would be the last quarter.
But if we're musical, it would be the dotted quarter note?
No, it would be a full note. It's a quarter.
Oh, that's why I was always off on the music.
So Derek Axon coming back out with Zach Raymond and Marco Piccini, and the Neal twins for the back line. Again, Alex McGarry, PJ Frost, Cam Barrera, Matt Angelini, John Hollis, and Max Beagle. That is your Foxborough 11 to start the fourth. We are tied up 1-1 as we start here against our season against Sharon. And the ball is off, and we are running. See if Foxborough can press an advantage early here.
They also changed directions, Kevin, so if you were pointing out to people which way they're going.
I'm happy to do that. Here we go.
Need a reminder of which way we're supposed to be looking.
So for the next 19 minutes, folks, Foxborough will be pressing the advantage from your right to your left.
Oh, that did not go over the midline.
And trying to keep Sharon from pressing their advantage from your left to your right. It's just like that. Foxborough in its home blue.
Max Beagle.
Beagle with two nice bids to stop the ball. He's off the move. Nope, not there. He's swallowed up by Sharon. They're gonna call that a Sharon ball. Max Beagle did not like that call.
So
and we shall tie shoes.
Oh, shoe tying. It's a 10-second shoe tie.
If you are within the greater Hockomock area region and you're a cobbler, there's a good opportunity for you to make some money telling people how to tie their shoes. Beagle with the one touch to Frost. Frost looking to move the ball in the advantage. It's not there. He's swallowed up, turns around, comes back to Barrera. Barrera gets toe picked.
For a shove.
Piccini with a stop. McGarry with the ball, looking up on the wing. Not there. Hollis coming back.
Sharon is really utilizing its player formation.
They're in great space. They really are. They have been throughout.
Again, you wish that could have been a header ball.
Oh, boy.
Because it was just a natural. Those high balls really just
Separation
fall
and
overhead.
movement. Pacini making the stop. They're fighting for position there.
Still offline.
It's now off the line, but that will be a Foxborough ball. I think that's one difference you see. So last year, Marco played a good amount for the high school team as a freshman, and you're seeing a little bit of a difference here. He's got a little bit more physicality or comfort. Ball to the inside, stolen. Bid by Sharon, just wide.
Player missed the earlier shoe tie.
This is a good time for a shoe tie. Yep.
That's the second shoe tie
Of the quarter.
of the quarter. So it's
Yep.
a two tie.
Oh.
We could go all night with this.
Do we have to? Union Straw will close eventually. Sharon returning the ball. Pacini to stop on the bid. McGarry passes behind Neal. Neal trying to recover and clear it out. He does. Foxborough getting backed up on defense. As Sharon looking to just steal a little look here on senior night. And because they have the opportunity here to really take advantage of two Foxborough events. It is our home opener, and it is senior night. So, big shout out to the 10 seniors we have from Foxborough. So as we announced during warm-ups, again with COVID, we normally would do good catch by
Derek to
Axon.
save that.
Brent in the breadbasket clears that out. Normally we would take the moment, we'd have them come out and meet their parents at midfield. We'd have flowers. We do have flowers, and there are banners for them here. I don't know if the guys have that they might want to. If they have it, they might want to put it up later. It's up to them if they have it. If not, then it is what it is. But obviously with COVID and with the goal being to get people in and out of here with the minimum amount of contact and with the maximum amount of distancing, things are a little different this year. So we did announce at the beginning of the game during warm-ups, we announced the 10 names of the Sharon seniors that we have in here in attendance tonight. Wish them a great season. And just to run through those names one more time, that's Daniel Fishman, Kobe Jacobson, Samid Kandakar, Jack Landstein, Aaron Livshin, Bryce Nathan. Netta, you'll tell me if I'm missing something we should be reporting. Elliot Petoskey, Rohan Prakash, Aaron Tamkin, and Jeffrey Zhang. But in addition, we also took a moment to recognize and give a little shout out for our own Foxborough seniors as well. Many of whom, these guys have been together since youth soccer, many of them, right? And that includes our captains, Max Beagle and PJ Frost, the Neal twins, Jeremy and Justin, all of them being returners from last season, as well as Ben Bass, a returner to the varsity from last season, Ben Ferguson, a returner from last season, and Nick Penders, who we saw in the first half as keeper. And then as new additions this year, we're happily able to welcome and give a shout out to Adam Conley and Klaus Pompoulos, as well as two seniors who've made the move to varsity this year. So a varsity heavy, senior heavy squad. We obviously want and wish each one of them the opportunity to go out on top in whatever that might mean for them. We wish them all the best, and hopefully we are very much hopeful that this is not the only home game we get to have this year with COVID protocols, but certainly usually you have your season opener, which is a nice little festival, and then you have your senior night, which we typically do as our last home game to sort of take a moment and thank them for what the seniors have done over the course of their career. And here you see tonight we're doing them both just to make sure that that
they actually happen,
that we don't miss one. Yes.
Well, the banners are actually up hanging.
Yep.
So they are beautiful to be able to honor the Foxborough seniors tonight under the lights on their turf field at their first home game, where we're seeing some very nicely played soccer.
Nice balance, competitive
Nice balance.
soccer. Again, ball comes right back to Axon, Again, that's one of those things you'd like to see them press the advantage. You don't want to be playing with that ball in your end. That ball's long. Beagle's not going to make that run.
Once again, you see the coaches really actively engaged, walking up and down the sideline, talking to their players, making suggestions, changes.
We have a substitution on the sidelines getting ready to come in. I can't see who that is, but
high kneeing over there to warm up.
Yeah, deep knee bends.
A little stretching. Well, that's hard, Kevin, because really, as you're playing...
Well, I can't do it. I mean, who are we kidding?
Once again, I did not say that either. But I'm just meant that in terms of when you're actually out there running and playing and getting warmed up and then have to sit or wait, it is chilly.
Again, Sharon pressing the advantage. They space that ball. They clear that middle space up so quickly, right? That ball just advances from defense to offense so quickly. They turn on that. They're having a bid here. Action there to make that stop. Good job, Derek.
And you'll see the goalies, both Foxborough goalies, are not afraid to come out of the net and actually challenge that.
But you see it on that play there in particular. If we were to freeze it and go back and look, you had 6 Foxborough players in the box. If you have 6 Foxborough players, not including the goalie, if we have 6 Foxborough players in the box, we don't have anybody on the other end to move that ball. That's what they have to do to play contain and move the ball out. That's fine. But that's why you're not seeing a lot of that stoppage happening in the midfield, is it's going very quickly from one end to the other because you've got that collapsed defense fill the box.
But I also think that you do see a lot of heading in the midfield usually, so to not have
normally
that,
you would. Nice chest containment by Pacini.
So it
up to Beagle.
It slows it down.
Beagle, Neal manages to hold on.
Hold it.
He was waiting for a whistle, though.
Line.
He thought it was out.
He did. It's okay. It's still Foxborough ball. It's going up that way. And again.
And here comes a substitution. Coming off the field now, P.J. Frost is coming out. Hollis will move to the midfield. Adam Conley moves up top for the striking speed. Neal to Hollis. McGarry lets it go. And that's past Pacini, and Axon has it. Rolls it out to Raymond. Raymond looks up. He's got...
That's a Neal.
That's, Fred or George. Weasley.
Just from the speed, that's a Neal.
That ball tries to make that pass through. Conley is past it, not able to get back around one of the larger Sharon players. And again, Sharon presses the advantage. Long ball, trying to cross.
Cleared.
But ball's loose. It's not cleared. It's still inside the box. Ball's loose.
Did someone get hit in the face? Looks like a Sharon player might have taken that to the
I
face
think,
a little bit.
I think Justin Neal and one of the Sharon players collided on that kick play. You're seeing Justin Neal trying to stretch himself out there with his leg. Sharon making a bid to turn the corner. It's denied. Foxborough trying to press it out of our end. And
Max Beagle with that jump over.
Max Beagle thought that there was going to be a call there. Holds up. And
Out of
Foxborough
bounds.
with the ball trying to move the advantage.
And you see-
Long ball to Angelini. Can he catch it? The answer is no. Sharon has the ball, looking to advantage back. I have a whistle. And that's going to be a contact foul on Angelini.
And
He just when he was going by him, he just clipped him on the way down. You saw the Sharon player come down.
I was watching Coach Ambrosio doing a lot of speed up hands now.
Speed hands?
At first, at the beginning of the game or the earlier
McGarry
quarters or
with the ball.
sections of the game, he was really trying to get them to settle, and now he's doing the speed hands to
Right, because
get
they
them
need a
to move
goal.
quickly.
They need a goal
But
now.
you see the tenor of the game has changed now. Oh, was that not
Beagle
a
taken down. No call there.
call there?
There haven't been a lot of calls.
And he was asking
Don't be
the ref.
waiting for him. There haven't been a lot of calls. Oh, Conley with a
Oh,
bid.
what a beautiful goal!
Adam Conley with his first career goal for the varsity squad gives Foxborough a 2-1 advantage. Very nice up and over goal. That was lovely. Oh my God, she's going to say it again. I'm just going to wait until Mike Weber gives me the sign. Here we go. We're going to watch the preview or the replay. Here it comes. You see him. He just gets it nice up and over the defender. Out of the goalie's outstretched hands. right into the corner. Well shot. Beautiful goal by Adam Conley.
And waiting for the
Gives
scorecard to
gives Foxborough that lead back 2-1. Now they have to play
8 minutes.
8 minutes of solid contain and continue to press the advantage. They have it now.
Why didn't they update the scoreboard, Kev?
They've been slow to do that. They'll get there. It was 0-0 for a while it was 1-1. It's okay.
All right.
Ball
come on,
long,
Derek, because
ball long.
Now they're going to be hungry, right? Now Sharon is going to be really pressing hard.
Well,
so
they
we're
have
gonna
to press now. That's right. Now they are in the disadvantage. But again, what we saw with a 1-0 lead is what you're going to see here too. They have to continue to push. Foxborough has to continue to push the ball forward and press all advantages. Here we go. In fact, here we go. Can Angelini touch it? He does. Beagle coming down the wing. Oh, tries to make the trap. He does. Back to Angelini. Angelini looking, pressing, shot to the goalie. This is what you need to see, right?
That was actually great formation.
And we got a whistle here. We got a whistle here. That's going to be advantage for Foxborough. I got a handball call. I think I have.
That was a check your wristwatch or
okay.
what's your bracelet?
It looks like a handball call. It certainly wasn't. Here's my inadvertent whistle. It
Well,
was.
I'll tell you, actually all of our kids referee for Foxborough Town Soccer.
A lot of them do. Yep.
And now you have the league requesting that you use electric whistles so you don't have anything in your mouth. So that's what it looks. That's what is in his hand.
Oh yeah, he's got an. They both have electronic
Yeah.
whistles. Yep.
Unfortunately, it looks like a red card. So
It did, but no, that was clearly there's a direct kick advantage Foxborough. It does get away and on the wall, and Sharon manages to get it back across the 50, also known as the midline, also known as midfield.
you're not going to say that. You're not going to know now.
I know where the 50 is.
It's in the middle of the field.
It is. It
also
is.
known the midline.
Foxborough. Ball squeaks away from one of the kneels. It is also known as the kick line.
No,
We
it's
think
only the kick line when it's from the goalie.
it's a kick in. Paul Frost, cameraman volunteer this evening, correcting us where he can.
Oh, we need to shout out who else is on
We need
camera.
to shout out
Lots of
everybody.
people,
There's a
Kev.
whole bunch of people we need to shout out. Absolutely. We've got Michael, Mike, and Matt working cameras and in the booth tonight. We've got Melanie Piasecki working on I don't know, camera 2. We've got Paul Frost up in the bird's nest. We've got Marco Pacini fighting for the ball, trying to keep that ball out of Sharon play. Neil taking it up the
shovey.
line. There's a lot of touches there. Yep. We have.
Oh, and he might have gotten a call. There's the whistle.
I don't know.
That might have just been off the line.
It's just off the line, off the kick line.
No, that's not the kick line.
It's
Kevin, I'm really going to need you to.
up my game.
Well, I think
Yeah,
you
I'm
just might
sorry.
need to brush up on some of the.
On some of the
terminology.
lingo, you're absolutely right. Here comes Angelini, pressing the advantage. He sends the ball through. Long ball though. Can
Keep it
Beagle
in mind.
get there?
Oh,
No.
He was about 2 steps off though.
He-
Max Beagle is man on fire, not letting the grass grow under his feet.
well, it's senior night. He wants a win. He wants a win. Good bid. Beagle trying to get in. Oh, so enticing. He was like, if I just put a little body on him, I have that ball. Can't do it.
But again, I want to say that I'm so impressed with the energy and stamina that is being shown out there by both teams. They are really
Sharon ball now. Sharon ball now. We got a substitution getting ready to come in too for Foxborough.
a lot of running happening.
They're supposed to run.
No, I understand, but I'm just meaning that it's very impressive. This is
Coach Ambrosio with a lot of
Very
clapping, a lot of
balanced
coaching
play.
there happening on the far side.
see now you're watching for him.
I'm always watching. I am always watching. I'm watching all of them. New player in. Adam Conley goes out. PJ Frost is back in. Ball in by Neal. Frost works his way around. Gets by one. Stopped by the second. Foxborough ball. And now we start to look at the clock a little bit. Nice sliding play there. Not supposed to do that. Nice sliding play there to make the stop. And we are within 4 minutes of remaining
They
time.
still haven't updated that scoreboard though.
I'm telling you, it's 2-1.
I agree.
I saw the goal. It's 2-1.
Even I saw the goal.
Oh, that's because you were paying close attention.
I am.
Ball is cleared by Sharon. One man on the offensive, but here they come. McGarry trying to bottle him in. He does. Neal kicks it back up to Beagle on the deflection to Angelini. Angelini wants it. That's off a Sharon defender. No rebound from the keeper. Keeper's done a good job.
And also back to the thank yous, Kevin. I'd really like to say that the MIAA, as well as the Hockomock League and all of the ADs in the towns that have had to change protocols, change rules, be really up on all of this, have done a really great job to actually get these young men back on the field.
I don't know how they explain it to these guys who are implementing this many changes at once. Justin Neal, ball goes off Justin Neal into Sharon here on the line.
And especially considering we're all learning under hybrid conditions, so that adds a whole other level.
Comes a that's a trip
Tumble.
there.
That's a trip.
So that's going to lead to a Sharon kick outside the box. Derek Axon lining his men up now. Positioning, calling everybody back as the clock continues to tick. This is going to be an indirect based on the defensive formation.
I was just going to say that.
Axon trying to get a good look on the line. He's on the play. We get the ref is setting Hollis and McGarry.
It's making sure that he can actually see, because you really want to make sure your defenders don't actually block your line of sight.
Sight line's very important when that ball comes through.
2 minutes left to play. Oh, they changed the scoreboard. Thank you.
Somebody must have tweeted them. Okay. Waiting on the refs now. Adjusts his clock, his button, his watch.
Well, he's walking over to make sure that they get a correct angle.
He's just walking.
No, he's got his time.
Okay. Here it comes. Axon's in there. Nicely
excellent.
done.
Nicely done. Great catch by Derek Axon.
Derek slows it down, takes his time. This is where clock is your friend. You're up a goal. Whatever you can do to keep it down there.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
There comes, who is this? Is that Angelini running?
It is Angelini on the move.
Oh my goodness, what
and
a
he's going to pick
fantastic
one
goal!
up.
Goal!
And that will make it 3-1 for Foxborough. That should do it.
That was a beautiful goal by Matt Angelini. He's been looking to make that goal all evening.
But what you see, you've got Axon killing the clock down the far end off that save, right? He sets it down. Right now the clock is your friend. He takes his time. He sets something up. He punts it up to the middle. They take that ball. They send it down the line. I don't know if we got a they're working on it. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to rush you. I just was making sure I wasn't ignoring you. So we have ball is back in now. It is 3-1 Foxborough. And clock continues to run. Clock is our friend, Netta. Clock is our friend.
Clock is our friend.
Because the world collapses, they can afford a goal. They cannot afford two, right? They have 3 points here that they're ready and available for.
No, and it was really nice to see the disbursement of the goals. I mean, you first have that
I have the goal right here. We're going to see it coming in right now.
Okay.
You see two defenders from Sharon on him. Angelini gets a little separation and just manages to chip it up and over the goalie's outstretched hand to give them that third goal and Angelini's first goal. It's great to see. And the other thing that's really great to see here tonight is 3 goals from 3 different goal scorers.
I was just about to say that you entirely stole my thunder.
Well, listen, I'm in the rhythm.
I can't. I wrote it down. Max Spiegel, Adam Connolly, and Matt Angelini.
Well, one of the big knocks on the team last year from the Hawk, doing sort of a review, was that 2 goal a game against average.
Yep.
Right here, you got 1 goal tonight, so it'd be great to see them put a hard stop on that. But you know, some of that bad rap comes from really 3 away games. All of which were actually, all of the games that were multi-goal games that they lost last year were against teams from the Big Hawk. So they're not going to see that type of, it was from Attleboro. They got shellacked last year by Attleboro, 7-1. They lost 6-0 to Milford.
That was so close. He was right
Beagle
there
with a beautiful
Frost.
cross, just not able to connect with PJ Frost for his. No, that's
Adam Conley.
that's Adam
again.
Conley for his second.
Again, that lightning speed. He's really got
That really
runner speed
would be a backbreaker right there. Sharon feeling it, really trying to press the attack now.
With 2 minutes left, this is the secret 2 minutes, right?
Again,
so
we're on. Yep.
idea.
Again, this is all ref clock now. We are on. It could stop at any time. We haven't had a lot of stoppage time. Sharon looking. Ball bounces out to be recovered by Sharon. They're trying to get some positioning and move. You really feel it now. Everybody's back to the blocks.
And there it is.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How about that? Welcome to
Foxborough.
The home
High
opener
School
and
Soccer.
senior night. Congratulations, gentlemen. You have got out of here with a 3-1 victory against Sharon. What a great game. Goals by Beagle, Conley, and Angelini. And really strong work throughout. So, for everyone out there, congratulations. And for everyone in here, guys, thank you very much for all the strong work you've done today and for your patience with those of us less strong. And I mean her, not me. I'm very happy with what I've done. Thanks to Paul Frost. Thanks to Melanie Piasecki. Thank you to Nedajuri Penders. Thank you to Mike and Matt. Thank you to Union Straw. Again, there is still time to get there and get dinner. Foxborough Soccer Program will appreciate your support, continued support. Thank you to Joe Cusack for lanyards and organizing and social distancing and QR codes. Thank you to all the parents who helped make senior night a success tonight. Coach Ambrosio, Coach Pacini, and the team. So who did I forget?
That's pretty good, Kev.
All right. Well, then
thank you to Amy, and we hope that any injuries or anything was happening. Here comes your Foxborough
There comes your
High School 2020 soccer team coming over for their winning line.
for their
They generally come over for the applause.
which they have deserved tonight.
They worked
Absolutely.
extremely hard.
Great work by the Foxborough boys.
Thank you for putting up with our running commentary. And thank you to the Hockomock Community League Collaborative as well to be sharing these feeds.
So on behalf of all of Foxborough Cable Access, for the high school boosters, for the Foxborough Soccer Program, and for the opportunity to be with you here tonight, my name is Kevin Penders. I've had the pleasure to be with Nedajuri Penders. We are delighted to be here for witnessing a victory on opening night, senior night, as Foxborough takes one 3-1 over Sharon. Join us again next week. 5 weeks, 5 games. We look forward to spending them with you. Thank you very much. Have a great night.